A controversial new law received a vote of no confidence from a group here at Tech last week. We'll have the details coming up.
The free speech area was hard to miss on Friday. We'll let you know what was going on with these big inflatables next.
And Red Raider basketball had an exciting week. Kyle Stafford's in with a look back at all the scores and highlights in sports.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Monday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Casey Kopp.
And I'm AJ Sanchez. Last year, the Texas State Legislature passed two controversial bills into law, open carry and campus carry. Both pieces of legislation stirred up a lot of interest on college campuses, leading to many heated debates among supporters and dissenters.
Regardless how you feel about the law, campus carry will become legal as of August 1st. In the meantime, universities across the state are debating policies and practices to go along with the new rule, and that includes Texas Tech. One group here on campus made their opinion very clear last week to campus officials. The Tech Faculty Senate passed a resolution on Thursday stating their opposition to guns being carried in certain areas of campus. The resolution states, the inclusion of concealed carry guns on a university campus potentially makes the free exchange of ideas unsafe. Therefore, we affirm that guns should not be allowed in classrooms, faculty offices, laboratories, or any other educational spaces. The resolution does not represent official campus policy. However, the Faculty Senate's opinion will play a big role in decisions made by university administrators. The passing of the resolution was not unanimous, but the final vote among Senate members was 29 for and 5 against. University officials will most likely make their final decisions on campus carry regulations by the summer.
On Friday, a unique event took place at Memorial Circle supporting a global cause. 1 Billion Rising is a mass action event to help end violence against women. It began as a call to action to change the statistic that 1 in 3 women will be abused in their lifetime. The event included prayers and poetry readings to commemorate V-Day, a global activist movement to end domestic violence.
Today we came out and we had a moment of silence to kind of think about all of those that are being abused or sexually or domestically, and to kind of remember them if they couldn't make it through, and to show our support for them.
1 Billion Rising is supported by the Women's Studies program. For more information on upcoming events like this one, be sure to visit the website shown on your screen.
Also on Friday, if you went by the free speech area and noticed the large multicolored inflatables, you weren't alone. Texas Tech received a visit from a traveling exhibit that urged students to rethink their eating habits. PETA 2 stopped by to show students just how much impact their diet choices have on both animals and the environment.
So today we have an inflatable display, one column showing the amount of resources that go into producing a 1 1/3 pound hamburger. So 800 gallons of water go into that, 33 square feet of land. A hamburger can actually have up to 100 different cows in it. On the right side, we have just pasta with tomato sauce. So 15 gallons of water go into producing that. 2.3 square feet of land go into producing that. No animals are harmed, so we're just bringing attention to the fact that a vegan diet is not only better for the animals and our own health, but also it's way better for the environment.
If you'd like to learn more about a vegan-friendly diet and what PETA 2 does, visit PETA2.com. Over the weekend, the South Plains saw some beautiful weather, warm temperatures, sunshine, and light winds. And so far, it looks like today is continuing with our new norm.
That's right, Casey. And it looks like those warm conditions will be sticking around a while. Let's take a look at the MCTV forecast. Today, we've seen temperatures climbing up into the upper 60s. The winds have been light, but we've had a few more clouds than this weekend. Tomorrow will be almost identical with a little more sunshine. Overnight lows shouldn't drop below the upper 30s. But then starting on Wednesday, a big warming trend is heading to the area, bringing highs up to 80 degrees. By Thursday, we could see a temperature in the upper 80s with a slight chance of the South Plains seeing its first 90-degree temperature of the year. Nighttime temperatures will also be warmer, with both days only getting down to the upper 40s. Looking ahead, those very warm temperatures should stick around through the end of the week.
The Red Raider basketball team has had a very up and down year, especially since starting conference play back in January. But the last 5 days have featured two of the biggest highlights of the year.
MCTV Sports' Kyle Stafford joins us in the studio with all the details. Kyle?
Thanks, Casey and AJ. Well, what a week it was for the Texas Tech basketball team as they bolstered their tournament resume with two marquee wins over ranked opponents. Wednesday, the Red Raiders upset number 14 Iowa State 85-82 in overtime. Keenan Evans banked in a three from Steph Curry range as the shot clock expired to put Tech ahead for the final time. Zach Smith followed with 2 free throws to close out the victory. This was the second straight year the Cyclones have lost in Lubbock as a ranked team. 5 Red Raiders finished in double figures, led by Aaron Ross, who had 20 points, and Zach Smith, who filled up the stat sheet with 12 points, 7 boards, 5 assists, and 3 blocks. Saturday, the team traveled to Waco and handled the number 21 Baylor Bears with ease, winning 84-66. Tech would use a 51-point second half to hand the Bears their worst home loss as a ranked team. Keenan Evans paced a balanced scoring attack for the Red Raiders with a career-high 21 points, and Justice Gray added 17. So when was the last time Tech had back-to-back wins against ranked opponents? Well, you'd have to go back to the 2007 season when Bob Knight was the head coach and his team knocked off number 5 Kansas and number 6 Texas A&M. The Red Raiders are inching closer to a possible berth in the NCAA tournament, where they have not been since that 2007 campaign. Tubby Smith has done a remarkable job rebuilding this program in only his 3rd season. Smith and his guys will have another chance to pull off a major upset as they will play host to the number 3 Oklahoma Sooners Wednesday night at the United Supermarkets Arena. Tip-off is set for 8 p.m. The game has also been declared a blackout, so come out, wear black, and support the team. In the NBA this past weekend, Toronto, Canada played host to the annual All-Star Weekend. Saturday night saw Klay Thompson take home the three-point championship, knocking off teammate Steph Curry, who won the event last year. In the skills challenge, Karl Anthony Towns defeated Isaiah Thomas, marking the first time a big man has ever won the contest. The dunk competition was definitely the highlight of the weekend as Zach LaVine outlasted Aaron Gordon in what many have called the best dunk contest in recent years. And on Sunday, in the finale of the weekend, the West All-Stars defeated the East All-Stars 196-173 behind game MVP Russell Westbrook, who scored 31 points. Paul George led the East with 41. Well, that's all for sports. I'm Kyle Stafford. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Kyle. If you're looking for some fun and entertaining options to cure your boredom this week, we have some options for you. Here's a look at the MCTV events calendar. Tomorrow night, you can head over to the Music Building and take in the sounds of one of the campus's best musical groups. The University's Symphony Orchestra will be performing their spring concert starting at 7:30 p.m. in the Hemley Recital Hall. This event is free and open to the public.
On Wednesday, the Tech Activities Board is giving you a chance to experience a whole new world while showing off your talents in a unique event. Starting at 7 p.m., head over to the Sub Barnes & Noble for Disney Open Mic Night. Participants will have the chance to sing their favorite Disney songs, share Disney-inspired poetry, or even tell some Disney-fied jokes. Along with the entertainment, snacks and coffee will also be provided. All of this is free, of course, with your Tech ID.
And if getting up in front of people isn't for you, TAB has another chance for you to use your creative talents in a unique way. On Thursday, TAB presents Canvas Creations in the Sub Food Court. Attendees will be given a canvas, some paint, brushes, and instructions from a professional artist to create a beautiful masterpiece. Even if you aren't an artist, this is a great way to learn a few pointers on painting technique. Canvas Creations starts at 6 p.m. and again, it's free with your student ID. So AJ, are you planning on attending any of these events this weekend?
You know, I was thinking about checking out that Disney Open Mic Night. I think it's going to be one beast of a time, if you know what I mean.
Nice. So that's all for today's edition of the MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check ttuhub.net every day for more news. See you on Wednesday.